Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a movie review, and it's a review for a movie that's not even out yet, but circumstances have allowed me to see this movie ahead of most people. All right, let's get to it.
Where's my wife? I shifted her. What do you want with me?
This is not my world.
Around 2 years ago, I made a video about my desire to see a Christian sci-fi. Now, I'll put that video down in the description below if you want to hear my thoughts on that. But not long after that, I decided to do my own search to see what I could find. And I found a short, like 22-minute video uh, called The Shift. And it's a short film that this creator made, Brock Hernsley, I believe. And he made it for $500 and just having really good friends. And that $500 was mainly just to pay for the pizza. It was unfinished, but it was enough to get the attention of Angel Studios. Now, Angel Studios have produced The Chosen and distributed the movie The Sound of Freedom. It was sometime around then that I became aware of the partnership. They asked for investors, and I became one of them. I want to get that out first because I wanted to make clear my own biases for the film. Fast forward a year or so later, and I'm getting email from Angel Studios that because I was an investor, I received the movie for early viewing for a limited amount of time. Specifically, I believe it was for the 15th and the 19th or 20th, uh, whenever you're seeing this. So that's the time frame I had to watch this film. And after watching it myself, I gotta say that I loved it. And despite saying that, I'm going to try to give you a review without spoiling it so you can know if it is something that you might enjoy. Although, if you made it this far, you are at least intrigued or open minded enough to hear more. So, who's in this thing? I say that the biggest name would be, and I am so sorry for butchering these people's names, but Neil McDonough. So think Band of Brothers, Walking Tall, Yellowstone, Arrow, things like that. Uh, seen the face. Also Sean Astin, who I believe I've seen him first in Goonies, and he's Stranger Things, and again, uh, Lord of the Rings. It also has Christophe Paula. I know I butchered that last name, and Elizabeth Tabish. So as far as the sci-fi type goes, this is more Twilight Zone or Outer Limits rather than a Star Trek or Star Wars. Meaning it takes place in modern day with a twist. It does have the element of different dimensions, so if you're already burnt out on that, I'm kind of giving you a heads up. Although even though it's a big element of the story, the movie itself it doesn't really spam that. So it's not like you're hopscotching between all different dimensions throughout the film, and it's just in chaos. It's not really an element of this. It's pretty steady paced, I would say. The movie is more character driven, so we're more going to stick to the issues they have, the suffering that they're going through. So think more dialogue, character progression, that kind of thing, which is true in most stories. But think more focus on that. Just like that's what I mean when I want to say like Twilight Zone and Our Limits. We're more focusing on our main protagonists and the people around them rather than the supernatural or high technological thing. Now, as far as this religious element, because again, I started saying it's a Christian sci-fi. You might be wondering how explicit it is. Now, if I had to kind of rank it, in a range between how explicit of a Christian message it is from Lord of the Rings to how explicit it is from Chronicles of Narnia, I'm gonna say it's closer to a Chronicles of Narnia. Um, I'd say pretty explicit. I wouldn't say like a guy's not dead, but pretty close. This is meant to be an allegorical message, uh, taken from a kind of famous um, biblical passage. And I'll leave it right there. Although when you're watching it, I think they kind of make that obvious. Now, like I said earlier, I did like the film. The only thing that gave me pause was the ending. I kind of accept it. I like it in its own way. It had to kind of sit with me because honestly, after I watched it, I felt a type of way. You don't know what I mean if you choose to see it, but you let me know. So you let me know after you watch it and come back here and tell me what did you think. No spoilers. This film is, I believe, slated to come out December 1st. So as I'm making this, uh, about maybe 3, 4 days from now. So that's kind of my non-spoiler review of the film. I know other YouTubers are making their videos as well. I've only watched one person review so far. I know there's others, but again, I thought I don't have a huge following right now, and my audience is probably a little bit more split of religious and non-religious, which is fine. Did that purposely. So I still thought, hey, I said I wanted this thing. Here it is. So I should publicize it. All right, so that's all I have for you today. Um, Again, I don't really do movie reviews much, but still, it would mean a lot if you would just like the video, subscribe it, or share it. Do all the things, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, thank you, and God bless.
Is it too good to be true? I want this so much, but don't know if I can trust you. My mind's racing fast, trying to find the red flags I'm used to. All these green lights, are they coming too soon? Caught between red and the green.